What's up, guys? It's me, Enzo Edog YT, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my Samsung, um, like, dumb phone collection, I guess you call them, because it's, like, basic phones. So, yeah, guys, also, just so you know, I'm missing about, I believe, like, like, three-ish of, like, my Samsung dumb phones. But, yeah, it's alright, though, because without those few, this is all of them that I can show you guys. So, yeah, let's get started. Here's the Samsung SGH X495 on T-Mobile. It is my oldest Samsung phone, in my collection, I believe, or one of the oldest. Yeah, it's one of the oldest. Let me show you guys up here. Maybe you guys can see a little bit if I focus on it a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe if I move a little bit closer to the light and focus on it, you guys might be able to see it there. But if you guys can, it says SGH X495. It's in just kind of bad shape. It's in rough shape, but it does still work totally fine. Just needs a battery. Moving on, here we have the Samsung SGH X497. It's the singular, or now AT&T variant of the X495. They also made a Sprint and Verizon version of these types of phones. T-Mobile also had like the T209 and T309, which looked exactly like that. Like had the same kind of design aesthetic of these two. But the T309 got a camera, and the T209 got a loudspeaker, like right here instead of up here. So this works totally fine. This is also working totally fine. Just needs a battery as well. This is in much better shape than the X495. It's in way better shape. It's almost in immaculate condition. Well, it's basically in pristine condition once I was able to clean it up. By the way, I got that from off of eBay from my grandparents for my birthday. They got it from me in a lot of two phones. It came with that and the Samsung M320 SPH M320, which I'll get to later. This I got on eBay. My parents bought it for me on eBay a couple years ago. I got that also a couple years ago. So, yeah, anyway. Moving on, here we have the Samsung Juke on Verizon. This I got from my friend for my birthday. The same birthday that I got that and that on. And, so I also got this a couple years ago. This works, actually, no, wait, sorry, it doesn't work. I meant to say it doesn't work. It turns on kind of when I plug it into the charger. It just flashes the Verizon logo and the keypad lights up, but then it gets into a boot loop with the Verizon wireless boot up screen. So, yeah, it's basically bricked. I don't know if it's corrupted software. I tried to take it apart. Me and my dad took it apart, and we didn't see anything wrong with it, like no corrosion on, like, the motherboard or anything. No issues with the motherboard, no flex cable issues. So we don't know what it is, but one day I'm going to try and fix it. It might be a battery issue, probably just a bad battery or like a corrupted software. I tried to boot it into safe mode when I plugged it into the charger, but that didn't even work. Here's the Samsung SGH T639 on T-Mobile. I got this from my grandmother a couple years ago. This works totally fine, no issues. This used to be her cell phone. I had a gray or red or gray one from my grandfather, but that one had a cracked LCD from it falling out of his pocket when he was I believe on the roof of a building, and it fell out of his pocket, out of his shirt pocket, so it got cracked the inner LCD. Let me try and like kind of lower the brightness a little bit so you guys can see. So, yep, there we go. Works totally fine. So I got rid of the gray one because then me and my dad bought a replacement screen. But then we soldered the LCD and it, by mistake, and the phone bricked itself completely. So, yeah. It did kind of work, but it didn't show anything on the LCD, on the screen, because it had a cracked LCD screen. So we tried to replace it and then it bricked. Here's the Samsung SGH T339 on T-Mobile. Got this from my grandfather a couple years ago. Actually like 4 years ago, or like maybe 3. Works totally fine. Just it's just a little bit worn out. Like these buttons are missing on the D-pad, and it's a little bit scuffed. Has a flip tone on it. Nice set. Let me try and turn down the brightness a little bit. Oh wait, hold on, no. Backlight, brightness. Oh, it is on the lowest brightness. So yeah, works totally fine. Next up, we have the Samsung SPH M320 on Sprint. I also got this from my grandparents with that in a lot. Like I said earlier, I'm showing you guys that. It was a lot of 2 phones from eBay. I like this phone. It's a good phone. I like it. It's in actually pretty immaculate shape. Just has some paint some paint is missing from the back cover, and like there's some tape on it, and it's a little bit scuffed, like some marks on it. Try and lower the brightness on this as well. Oh no, it's completely it's on the lowest setting of brightness. So yeah, it's in good shape. I like the phone. Here's the Samsung SGH-T139. I originally had one of these that I got from my grandfather, but then I lost it, so I ended up buying this one off of eBay. I do still have the back cover from my original one, but this is the one I have now. Got it from eBay a couple years ago. Works totally fine. Also has a flip tone on it. Here's the Samsung SGH-A157V. Actually, it's missing a battery, so I'm actually going to have to shut off the M320 to take the battery out of this. So let me shut this off. So let me take the battery out of this. The A157V was actually one of my main phones, like, about 8 or 7 years ago. I had the original A157, and then I lost it at a dance recital, and never found it, so I ended up buying the A157V. Oh wait, is this battery just not gonna work for it? I think it's too big of a battery. Yeah, can't handle it. It's probably too many, probably just too big of a battery for it to handle. But I don't know, yeah, so, well, I mean, I guess I can try and find another battery that I can test. I have some of these Samsung batteries in my desk right here. Well, it's not a desk, it's my night table's drawer, but yeah, I'm recording this in my bedroom, so that's why I'm filming this. All these phones are on my night table, but let me try and have a couple of these batteries. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe this one will work. Maybe it has a little bit of juice in it. Maybe it's dead. I don't know. Let's try and boot this thing up. We'll see. Hopefully this has enough juice to at least boot the phone up, and for me to show you guys the menu and stuff. It's on AT&T. It's in perfect condition. By the way, I'm recording on my LG Phoenix 3 on AT&T. Oh good, this battery is like 1%. It's in perfect shape. No issues with it whatsoever. Perfect phone. Here's the Samsung Gusto 2 on Verizon, which I got shortly after the A157V. And, you know, it was a good phone when I had it like 7 years ago. Or maybe, yeah, 7 years ago. Sorry, I was just switching hands. It's in perfect shape. Immaculate condition, just the back cover's a little bit, cracked. It's like kind of rubber coated back cover. Feels good in the hand, actually. Feels pretty decent in the hands when you hold in your hand. Anyway, here's the Samsung Gravity 2. Also, I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, like, you know, as you can probably tell, I'm doing like the flip phones and stuff first, and I just threw the Juke in right there because it's one of my oldest phones I have, that are Samsung, and then the slider phones, and then this one, which is kind of like a keyboard phone, and then the only Java phone I have, like the only Java touchscreen one I have, which is my Samsung Memoir. So yeah, here are the slider phones, starting off with the Samsung Gravity 2 on T-Mobile. Mine is in immaculate shape. I got it from my aunt. She got it for me on eBay a couple years ago. It's in perfect shape. I'm trying to turn it on. Sorry. Sometimes you have to. Alright, there we go. Sometimes you have to hold the power buttons longer. Some of those phones, like the T339, the T139, you could just press it, literally tap it, and then the screen will pop up eventually and turn on. See, it says welcome to T-Mobile. I don't know if you could tell, but don't know if you can tell, but it what's it called? Some of the T-Mobile splash screens, like the stick together ones and whatnot, like from basically all of these T-Mobile Samsung phones, actually kind of look to be a little bit skeuomorphic. Excuse me, and they like kind of look a bit 3D-ish. They kind of pop out of the screen. Here's my Samsung Smiley on T-Mobile, also known as the Samsung SGH-T359. It takes one of these Samsung batteries. It does not work. This is also from my grandfather. He brought it to the beach with him. It got sand stuck in the hinge, and I think it got water in it, and it got bricked. So it does not turn on at all anymore. I'm gonna maybe try and repair it one day. I think it's broken beyond repair, though. So I'll try and buy another one day. There's probably no hope of trying to fix it. Sorry guys, I don't know if you could see that, but it says SGH-T359. Not to be confused with the Samsung SGH-T539, which is the Samsung Beat, which came out way before this. That's a flip phone. That was kind of like a similar to the Samsung Juke in a way. Yeah, like on the front flap, on like here, it would have, I'll use the T639 for visual kind of representation. Yeah, right here it would have your music controls, and it said, and it have like your camera there and stuff. So yeah, this thing is in pretty decent cosmetic shape. I don't know, just is bricked sadly, because I really like these phones. Here's one of my two Samsung Gravity texts, also known as the SGH-T379. These are completely broken, pretty much. This one doesn't even have a keyboard on it. It used to work, both of these used to work fully functional. Then I smashed this one. These both belong to both of my grandmas. On both of my grandmas and both of my sets of grandparents. These were their phones. I forget which one is from who, but I believe I got this one from, I actually don't remember. So yeah, this one has a working like board and screen and everything, just doesn't have a keypad, so I can't turn it on anymore. And this one is in good cosmetic shape, pristine cosmetic shape, but I'm pretty sure that it has a cracked LCD and I can't fix it. Whatever is wrong with it, I'm pretty sure the LCD is completely shattered under the screen. You just can't really see it. I think there's actually a dent in the LCD. Can't really see any issue. I think you can kind of see that the LCD is cracked from me throwing it or dropping it, like drop testing it as well. But it was before I think I had my YouTube channel, or like around the time I first got my YouTube channel. Yeah, so here is my Samsung montage on Virgin Mobile. It's the SPH M390, I believe. Yeah, it's the SPH M390 Virgin Mobile. I also have the Samsung Array, which I'll get to in a minute, which is the SPH M390 as well. It's the same phone as this. It's just the Boost Mobile variant, so it's got like a different color scheme going on. So here, yeah, is the M390, the montage variant. Let's try and get a battery again for this, so I can turn it on. I think that battery's dead. So yeah, let's try and pry the back off and put in the battery. Okay. Nope, sorry. Here we go. There we go. Let's try and turn it on with this battery. I'm pretty sure it's a dead battery. Well, maybe not. Or maybe it'll just turn on and then die. I don't know. I'm not even gonna put the back cover back on so I could take it out more easily to show you this. It has a Samsung Galaxy S2 startup sound on the Array, but on that it doesn't. Shut it off. Doesn't have a shutdown sound, which sucks because I mean, even if they put like the S2 startup shutdown sound, it would fit perfect, and I think it would have worked well. Or even like the Samsung shutdown sound on, like, for example, on that. Pop the back cover off. Just having a little bit of trouble getting it with one hand on the montage. It was kind of stuck, but on the Array, it's perfectly came off. Also, I made the Array for a little bit, like 7 years ago or 8 years ago, after the Gusto 2. Before I had my Kyocera Hydro, which was also on Boost Mobile. It was my first ever Android phone that I ever owned. Or no, I had the Samsung Galaxy Epic, actually, and then I had the Kyocera Array, and then my Samsung Galaxy S3. Anyway, this thing is in perfect shape. Doesn't have a startup or shutdown sound, just vibrates. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just get rid of the activation screen there. There we go. I'll just keep the battery in this. Here's the Samsung, I believe, SGH S390G. It's on track phone. I know for sure. Or Straight Talk. Or Net 10. One of those three. Has a Nextel SIM card in it for some reason. Probably from like one of my old Motorola ones. That I smashed. Let's try and focus on that. Let's see if I bring it up here towards the light, if it will focus. Sorry guys, I don't know if it's focusing that well, but it says SGH S390G. Yeah, I was actually right. Wow. So, it's in pristine shape. Wow, we're already at 20 minutes already. Jeez, this is going to be a really long video. I apologize. And last but not least, here's the Samsung Memoir. It's the SGH T929 on T-Mobile. This was actually this is my mom's phone, I believe like 10, 11 years ago, in like 2009 or 10. So I was a very little kid. And she bought it because she wanted to have a good camera to like be able to take good photos, and she didn't want to get Android just yet. She was coming from like, I think, a BlackBerry Pearl 8100 or a Motorola Razr V3, one or the other. And she got this after one of those. I think it was her, yeah, she was coming from, she had a BlackBerry Pearl 8100, a white one on T-Mobile. Then she got this because she wanted a good camera. And it does have one of those crappy resistive touchscreens. And I mean, it would probably, if I have a battery for it, I just lost it. I think I threw it out. I think the battery bulged on here or got water damaged. Yeah. So, I will probably buy a new battery for it down the road. I think I do still have a battery for it, but it's, I believe, the US variant of the Samsung Pixon, which I think was the M820 or something, or M8820 or something, it was unlocked, or M8220 or something like that. My bad. It's one of the, I think it's the SGH M820. Anyways, this is the T-Mobile American version. Don't know if they sold it on T-Mobile in any other countries. You'd probably think that this is a power button up here, but it's actually the latch to unlatch. It's actually to unlatch the back cover, which is good to know. It has an 8 megapixel autofocus camera, xenon flash, which was good for like 10 years ago. Especially for like a Samsung phone from this era that wasn't Android. You have your keys here and everything. As a resistive touchscreen, like I just said, but it's okay. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's shut down these phones. Oopsie. Alright, this thing's off. Forgot. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Peace.